right? We'll take that,
absolutely. Yeah.
especially considering with what I look right to Dontayvion Wicks when I look at what Jaden Reed's dealing with. I'm
Yeah.
assuming Reed's going to be week to week to week to week. Probably have a setback here or there, but trying to stay available as much as he can. Hopefully, Wicks is good to go and can kind of carry the load until we get guys like Scoot back and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we're getting some of the money coming in. We talked about the betting line earlier. I want to get your all's take on this. Emilio, check this out. So we opened up again. PFF had us as 1 point favorites, and then it shifted to 0.7. Okay, and then PFF ends up coming back to the point mark. And now today, PFF ended the day with the Packers being, I think it was 1 point favorites. Is that right? No, it would have went a little bit further.
Green
It's
Bay
kind of hard
minus
to.
2.5.
Yeah, I think they finished at 2. Yeah, the PFF projection is now 2, so they're now 2 point favorites according to PFF. However, the market opened up with them being 1.5 point favorites, and it is now shifted to 2.5 point favorites. Now, when you look at the money here in terms of the spread, 76% of the money is on the lines, 79% of the bets are on the lines. Okay, so that means the majority of the public, both the overall money and the tickets themselves, have the lines. Taking the lines +2. Okay. Now, guys know you can look at this one of two ways. You can look at that and go, oh boy, sounds like public's pretty confident in that. Well, guess who their opponent is? It's Vegas, right? So the fact that the public is so heavy on that, typically when you get the public really, really heavy on a bet, the smart gamblers will take a step back and go, okay, there's a reason for that. Now, maybe we need to look in the opposite direction. So when you look at the money line, which is just winning outright, 73% of the money is on the lines. That's the overall money, but the slips themselves, the bet percentage, 51% is on the Packers. So 3 of the 4, when you're looking at it from a betting standpoint, seem to think the public is real heavy on the lines, whether it's the +2 or just winning outright. I want to get your all's thoughts on that, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. What y'all think?
It's exciting. I just where this team's coming from. I think we have a battle here, like Matt was saying in his presser. It all starts in your division. You have to take care of the 6 games that are coming every year. And right now, it starts with the Lions this year. Right? We got to show up. They got a good team, different coordinators, everything we've covered. You've had all offseason to prepare for them. You're probably throwing in a little bit for Washington right now too, but you've been ready for Lions week 1 for months and months and months and months now. So it's time to just put it all together and get out there and play. But I'm liking that Green Bay's pulling a little.
Yeah, Jacob, in terms of the overall power ranking here from PFF, they've got the Lions 5th, the Packers 6th. It's going to be a close.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to think that Goody and LaFleur deserve so much credit for getting this team in the position that they're at now. Earlier in the day when we did another shorter video, did we kind of agree that even if that's at minus 2.5, home team usually gets that 3-point advantage. So basically right now we're kind of looking at a wash, and that's kind of what this game feels like to me. I'm not going to make any bold predictions or nothing, but I feel weirdly confident. Usually at this point of the season, I'm sweating bullets. I'm already puking my guts out. I'm so nervous. I have a weird calmness going into this game, just even with some of the injuries that, was it an ideal offseason? No. Did I wish that we could have a lot more continuity and guys get more reps together? Absolutely. But at this point of where we're at, I just feel confident going into Lambeau Field 325 when it's 65 degrees, first game of the year. It just feels right. And I watched all the interviews with the guys. I'm sure Emilio did today too, about how special it is going to be when they walk in that stadium. Their piss is going to be so hot. I mean, it sounds like that they're.
Yeah, our guys better wake up with their piss hot, like I said before. So.
You're supposed to get that checked.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to wait till after the game, Emilio, because we're tacking in fuel.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
No, just the guys. They seem like that in years prior we were stagnant. We were almost like very unenthused. The fact that we are now playing the opening game at home, which actually I had highlighted a comment. It was the first time I believe that in Matt LaFleur's career that he'll start the game with a home game, which is insane. I think that's true. If somebody wants to verify
Yeah,
it in the
It's
chat.
100% true. I've been
For sure.
waiting a long time for a home opener. Yeah, it's definitely true.
So
Nothing better than the home opener, man.
For
Oh,
sure.
man.
If anything, to that point, not to push back, but just kind of the counterpoint, I would be telling our guys, hey, let's be hype, let's be tuned up to play, let's have the piss hot, but let's play under control, and
Yeah.
let's not be too overly anxious and try to do everything and at one time and get ahead of ourselves and make mistakes early. I think I'd like to see our guys, hyped up and confident, but playing poised out there, right?
Controlled chaos.
Exactly. And Clayton, like you said about the matchups, I've been screaming boat race for weeks now. 35-10 or 42-17 Packers. But the more I look at the line in these matchups, and we did the PFF breakdown the other day, and I think you're right. I think it's going to be a little closer than I was willing to admit, but I still think the Pack gets it done at home.
I love it. I love the optimism for sure. Too over this says, I don't bet because in the wide words of Creed Bratton, I already won the lottery. I was born in the U.S. of A, baby. Very well said. All right, boys. Anything else? I think we've covered it all, man. Y'all got anything else you want to hit on before we wrap up here?
Just an interesting question from Deadfish. He says, do we want the Cowboys or Eagles tomorrow night? Cowboys got boat raced by the Eagles twice last year, 34-6 and 41-7. That's kind of like the Bears-Vikings game. If the Cowboys can get lucky and take a early season victory from the Eagles, I think that helps us all the more.
Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier today because it's a hell of a game to kick off the season with. There's no two ways about that. I think I would like to see the Cowboys upset the Eagles. I think that would be absolutely awesome. Me personally, and that the Bears fans will immediately come out like they have been and go, I told you Michael Parsons wasn't that important. That's okay. That's let them say that, right? But we need the Eagles to drop as many games as possible. I'm not overly concerned about the Cowboys in terms of playoff implications, things like that on down the road. And the Packers got to take care of business first and foremost, obviously. It goes without saying. But I'm definitely pulling for the Cowboys tomorrow. And I think that'd be awesome to see them go into Philly and just ruin the whole ceremony. What do you guys think, Tim, Emilio? What do y'all think, man?
Got to blow up the ceremony. You got to. I mean, you got to go in there with whatever you've got as a team. Their offense has to be potent. Their defense is going to be a slant kind of defense. We're going to try to get to space and stop areas of space that don't have a bunch. Get rid of Micah. You lose a guy that's pulling all that on the line. You're still trying to figure out what you're getting. Mozzie Smith, your first rounder. They got a lot of issues on that defense. They paid Deron Bland. They have a secondary. So you hope that they bend a lot, don't give up touchdowns, and the offense needs to put up like 40 a game.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like Too Old for This is saying, we want the Cowboys to win, but it's probably a slim chance. Probably not happening, but it would be nice, right? Because we played Jerry World and we play the Eagles this year, head to head. So
that's right.
I think Dallas, if they can find a way to stay in the game and not just get boat raced, if they can just keep it close, maybe they have a chance. But I agree with the sentiment. I would probably pull for the Cowboys there in week 1, just to help us out a little bit.
And Emilio, Pops is a Cowboy fan, right, man? So that gives us a reason to root for him, right? Tell everybody what you call your dad when you talk to him. S.A. Is it your pop side that's the Mexican side, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But he's a big Cowboys fan. I called him. He was it's like, you hear the news? He was about to drive my sister to the airport, and he was freaking out that they got rid of him. Oh my! Of course they did. What are they doing? Kind of thing. And
was Pops saying
playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
That's the thing. I told him, I said they were talking that the floor was 4 wins for you. He goes, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a long season. But yeah, if you pull up an upset there, and again, a division guy, an opponent in the division, your rival, he does not like the Eagles, right? And then I got a buddy who's an Eagles fan, and it's just, you got to battle. But you tell him, hey, I would rather the Cowboys win this game. Then you can watch Sunday, Cowboys fans, and see what Mike is up to. You can root for the green and gold till we see you in weeks, 4 or whatever, and then it's
on week 4. It's on, right?
Get over here.
Belt to ass. BTA. Know what I'm saying?
That when you described your dad, how he found out about the Michael Parsons trade, it took me back to when Brett Favre retired the first time. I'll never forget it. I came home from work. Me and Mandy were living in a condo at the time. This is when he retired, not when they traded him, right? I come in, I get the dogs out of their kennel. We had Babe and Lambo. We had a couple of Lab brothers and Lambo. They were both awesome. Anyway, turn on NFL Network, go upstairs, let them out of their kennel, go to let them out, come back down, and turn around, and it was the Brett Favre press conference. He retired. I was like, what the hell just happened? We were just in the NFC Championship. What is going on right now? Like I was in a daze watching him cry up there and sling snot and everything, and I was like, and I turned, like, where are my dogs? I left the front door open. I literally had to go sprinting through the neighborhood trying to find my damn Labs. Here I come back across. I just found out one of my favorite players of all time is retiring, right? And I'm packing 200-pound Labs under one under each arm, trying to drag them across the parking lot. No leashes, no collars, no nothing. So I felt S.A.'s pain there, man.
I'm telling you.
You think God never farted?
We got anything else, Jacob? Parting thoughts here, sir. Anything else?
Just remember, Jen makes a good point. Mr. Josh Jacobs needs 126 yards rushing in this game to be the third fastest person in the modern era to 7,000 rushing yards. And I really hope that they get that. It matches well with what we want to do with the type of game plan that we hopefully are going into it with, being that we're a little dinged up in certain areas. It would be just beautiful if we could just pound the rock, give Josh Jacobs, just 150, maybe a couple tuds, to put him up in the third quarter, let Emmanuel Wilson go in there and just pound the rock for the rest.
Just get him to 127 yards, right?
Yeah.
And a tutter, and we're good, right?
I thought it was Jacob needed $126. I was like, for what, Jacob? What did you get yourself into now, bro? I'm telling you.
Just give me the money. I'll tell you later, man.
Gotta keep the lights on over at the office, man. I know what's going on. Kidding me? Now get him that 128 yards. Let him get to the podium and say,
I put the team on my back, dude.
CJN says, great to be going into the third season with you all, PTA, Posse, and crew. Hey, thank you, CJN, and I completely agree, man. This has been the most fun I've ever had watching football. Because again, this is like, there's nothing better than hanging out with your boys, and I'll tell you, the ladies in the chat on this particular program that tune in, way smarter than the guys. I'm just going to be honest here. Jen in here dropping facts all night long on us. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It's just the thought of being able to get together, go to a sports bar, watch the Packers play with a bunch of friends. We get to kind of do that every single night and talk about the latest news. And obviously the post-game shows are my favorite, man. Even when we lose, man, we've gotten some of the best drops and some of the funniest stuff when we've lost.
He can block drop came from the Steelers loss. Yeah.
Was it me and you talking about that, Tim, or was it Jacob? I can't remember. Bro, if you guys don't know, we need to go pull that whole clip because it was the Pittsburgh. They lost to Pittsburgh.
Yep.
We come in here.
Tim is the best.
Understand, as the host of this absolute train wreck of a show, I'm going in before I'm telling the guys, listen, guys, we're not getting in here being depressed. We got to have a good time. Everybody watching, they're as upset as we are. So let's get in here and try to look. We're going to talk about what went wrong, but we're going to have a good time. We're going to cut up and have a good time. We get in here, and Jacob's always, he's a nervous. Jacob, are you not a nervous wreck every single game day?
That is correct. Yep.
So that is correct.
And extremely pissed off after a loss. Yeah.
Tim was like this the whole show. and literally somebody posted a super chat that I feel like we're obligated to read, and it said, Christian Watson can't run a route. He drops everything thrown his way, and he can't stay healthy. What can he do? And I went. I literally paused for a minute, went, and before I could say anything else, Emilio said, he can block.
I'm telling you.
And it played it again. Listen to the laugh at the end.
He can block.
That was me. I lost it. I was just like, probably not what you want to be known as or known for as a wide receiver.
What are you talking about? That's my job.
Hey, check this out. I think hell is frozen over because I see
holy crap, a Bears fan that's not a psycho? I love it. Shout out to Antonio. Huge Bear fan, but enjoy your channel. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Me and Emilio probably relate to that because Emilio, I kind of turned you on to listen to a little more Cowboys stuff, right? But even before the Micah Parsons trade,
Yeah, I've been listening to Cowboy stuff for like a year and a half now.
There's some of those podcasts that are like, other teams and stuff. I like tuning into. I love watching the reaction, and no disrespect, Antonio. I'm sure you've seen it too, but the Barstool Sports, Big Cat and them, when something goes wrong for the Bears, there's nothing more entertaining to me watching that. And I'm sure you guys, Antonio, I'm sure you feel the same way when you get the overly emotional Packer fans as well. But man, it's there's a couple of podcasts that
you get nuggets from them. I mean, even we listen to DJ, we listen to Buck, we listen to GM Shuffle, all that stuff. You got Greg Cosell, Ross Tucker. There's a bunch out there. Then you go to other teams, and we're looking at it from a Packers perspective. How dire are we? Where are we? What does our team look like? I'm listening to the Cowboys pod, like, whoa, they've from the beginning of from like end of last season. All right, we're on the right track. Hey, we're trying to figure out this Micah thing. We get here. The offseason was pretty decent. Still thinking Micah was coming through. Hey, we're a 9-win playoff sneaking in team. And the dude today, he goes, yeah, after that Micah trade, I just took the playoffs off the table for us. I just don't think it's going to
playoffs.
That's exactly what he's saying. And it's like, I just like seeing another perspective. But the dude on the one I listened to, Love of the Star, is Brian Brodish, was a Super Bowl scout for the Packers. So the dude's been there in like the Packers, and he tags in some stuff of, oh, wait, when I was with the Packers, X, Y, and Z, this is how we kind of looked at this, and that. So I just like getting different ideas and perspectives.
Absolutely.
And
Antonio,
it's always good to see a cool Bears fan too, though. And we definitely cannot lie, right? Our franchises are historically intertwined forever, always have and always will be.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the foundation of the NFL as we know it. So there's always a little bit of respect there for Bears fans, but definitely not for Vikings fans or Lions fans.
See, I always felt like Vikings fans were the ones that I hated the most.
Yep.
And I had this mutual respect with Bears fans. I will say this, and I got to be careful with this stuff because Twitter is not real. Okay. When you go onto Twitter, you have people act like somebody that they're not constantly.
You do that, you're going to get your ass kicked in that.
So before I got on Twitter, I had the utmost respect for Bears fans. And then after getting on there, now I find myself going, these Bears fans they're absolutely obnoxious. They don't understand football. And that doesn't represent the whole fan base. Just like I'm sure there's I'll give you an example. A Bears fan the other day was wishing that Micah Parsons blows out his knee on the first game, right? And I'm like, I quote tweeted and said, look at this trash ass fan base that they would say something like this. Well, guess what happened? A Bears fan tweeted right back at me with a Packers fan that said something similar about a Bear. And I was like, and guess what? I was following him. That cat got unfollowed. Like, I don't want to be associated with Packer fans who are wishing ill will on players on other, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a mutual respect. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody comes in this chat from another fan base and they run that mouth.
He's going to get the boot. Get the Italy.
You know what he's going to get, Tim. Go ahead and hit it. I know you know exactly what. Go ahead and hit that soundbite.
Sit your butt outside.
And before that, he's going to get this.
Belt to ass. BTA. Know what I'm saying?
And then we're going to tell them all.
I got some advice for y'all. Take 2 weeks off, then quit.
Exactly right. All right, that's it. We're out of here. And then we'll make them listen to this on the way out.
Come on now. If Oladapo gets 10 snaps this game, I'm gonna freak out.
Get over here.
Belt to ass. BTA. Know what I'm saying?
Every time I play
right? That looks just like Halfley. That's Halfley.
That is Halfley.
That's Halfley. Come on, man.
That's what I thought.
Get over here.
Because I listened to it on the pod. That I hadn't seen it. I hadn't been on since you had added it, and I was listening to it on the pod. And man, what is the get over here drop? I don't even understand what these guys are talking about.
If the comms ever go down, we know our DC's got the hand signals down pat.
Get over here.
Belt to ass. BTA. Know what I'm saying?
I got to give a shout out. It was Jacob Morley that posted it on Twitter, and I immediately grabbed it and put the BTA on it. So had to do, and of course the Scorpion soundtrack. It was literally just a silent video of him doing that. But yeah, and notice Jacob's face every time I hit this.
Gets me jacked, dude.
Yeah. No, no.
Your workout.
I started playing it in the club, and girls love it.
You do that, you're going to get your ass kicked. And then
Every time I play it, though, you'll notice Jacob, he'll go, he gets
I don't have
uncomfortable
the
because he
battery.
knows we're going to get hit with
I don't want to get a strike.
Exactly.
No, you just got to talk over it, Jacob, and then we don't get the stripe.
Sure.
There you go.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
All right, this show sucks. We're out of here, guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Shout out to Mike Brand, who became a new member. Appreciate you. Also, if you want to support the channel outside of YouTube, anybody, the best way to do so is patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. You get extra content over there. Also get you entered into some of our games or giveaway stuff like that as well. So just another way for us to give back to those who are supporting the channel. Again, that's patreon.com/Packer Fan Total Access. My favorite comment of the night, though, 2-0 for this, is Romo and Nance Refrigeration. Can't wait to hear those guys on the call. Which, by the way, I combed through YouTube. I could not find the I don't know, Jim.
We're just gonna clip that. That was perfect.
Yeah.
I guess it could
That was
be.
perfect.
I'm starting to wonder if it's kind of like one of those things. Like, you remember what was the movie Shazam that everybody thought they saw and it actually wasn't a movie? You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
it's,
Sinbad.
Yes, but it's not. There's Kazam with Shaquille
with a
O'Neal.
thing, right?
Great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, with Shaq. Yeah.
It's not good.
You're an amazing person. You know that, don't you?
I'm starting to wonder if Tony Romo never actually said, I don't know, Jim. He'll say Jim a lot, but I don't know if he actually put those together. So, I don't know.
I say Jim a lot too. I just never go, you know.
Yeah.
I'm here all night, folks.
Man, hey, listen. You ever see me running? You should start running too, because I ain't doing it for exercise. You know what I mean?
A client, Clay, an older lady client said that to me the other day.
Is she really?
Yeah, I was cracking up.
Might be related to her. You never know. All right. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Time for PTA Live. Everybody have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack, go.
There we go.
Nice.
Bye, guys.